Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing all of the beauty things that I loved the most throughout the month of May. So we're going to be talking through all the products, and I also will be putting some on my face. I would also just like to make a quick disclaimer. My voice sounds insane. I don't know about you guys, but my allergies are crazy right now, and my throat is just all messed up, and my voice sounds like 3 octaves deeper for some reason. So if you're wondering why I sound so sexy, that would be why. And one more little thing before we get into it, I would really love to hear from you guys what type of content you would like to see from me on YouTube moving into the summer and just moving forward. Like, what are some of your favorite videos that you like to see from me? I'm starting to really plan out my summer content, and I just want to hear from you guys what you actually want to see. Do you want to see more makeup videos, more lifestyle, more home videos? Any specifics are always welcome to just let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. I think that's all the housekeeping we have for today. Let's get right into it. So in the last month, I really took a very hard look at my skincare routine because I just felt like whatever I was using just was not working for me. I started to experience a lot of issues with my skin that I hadn't experienced in a very, very long time. I started to get some eczema on my upper lip area that kind of just appeared out of nowhere, and I couldn't really pinpoint why exactly I was experiencing it. So whenever my skin is acting up, I always really like to get facials because I feel like it's a good way to reset things. I got my facial done at Beauty's Lab in Montreal, and Celeste did my facial, and she was incredible, and she highly recommended that I basically stop using all of the acids in my skincare routine because my skin barrier was just screaming for help. Those were her words. And she said that I really just need to focus on mainly balancing my skin and nourishing it, keeping it really hydrated, of course. And one of the products that she recommended that I picked up was this Ven serum. Now, I actually don't have it here with me. I totally forgot to bring it to my office, but here's a picture of what it looks like. She said that this serum was essentially like a super serum for my skin, and that it would really help just kind of calm it down. And because I am constantly using new products and my skin is just constantly exposed to new things and it gets irritated so easily, this would be a really great serum just to kind of keep everything nice and calm and nourished and balanced. I was honestly a little bit hesitant to pick up the serum because it was a little bit on the pricier side, but she was really adamant on it being like the lifesaver for my skin. So I've been using this day and night for about a month now, and I honestly feel like my skin is visibly less red and less irritated. I mean, I'm wearing absolutely nothing on my face right now except for a little bit of skincare, and I feel like my redness is almost completely gone. I never heard of this brand before. It is a Korean skincare brand. I'm really wanting to try out more of their products. I'm thinking the next time I go get a facial there, I'm gonna have her recommend another product for me, because now that I see how well this serum has worked for my skin, I just want to try everything. But it is a little bit pricey, so as much as I would like to purchase the entire line, my wallet would not be happy with me. So after getting that serum from Celeste, I also asked her what moisturizer she would recommend to me. And one of the moisturizers that she said would be really great for me was from a brand called Stratia Liquid Gold Lightweight Skin Strengthening Moisturizer. I've also been using this only for the last like 2.5, 3 weeks, because it did take a while for me to actually get it through the mail, but holy crap, this moisturizer is perfection. If you are trying to like rebuild your moisture barrier, this is incredible. There's ceramides in here, sea buckthorn oil, which I actually really love for my skin, and also niacinamide. But overall, I found that this has been a really nice like restorative moisturizer. Like, I actually feel like it's doing something really good for my skin. It's also pretty lightweight, so despite all of the really hydrating ingredients in here, it almost has more of like a gel-like consistency. So it's not super thick and really nice for the summertime. I don't like a super thick and heavy moisturizer during this time of year. So I'm really happy that she recommended this to me, because ever since I started using this, again, obviously in combination with everything else, I just feel like my skin has been really happy, and I love the price point of this too. While I was shopping on Stratia, I decided to also pick up the Velvet Cleansing Milk. This is a moisturizing non-foaming cleanser, because Celeste also recommended that I don't use any gel cleansers and that I really stick to milky, non-frothing cleansers just to keep the moisture in my skin, because she said any gel cleanser can be a little bit stripping even if you don't think it is. So I figured I would just pick this guy up because I was already ordering from the Stratia website, and I also really enjoy this. Second ingredient in this moisturizer after water is olive oil, which I think is really awesome. If you have dry skin or if you just simply want a moisturizer that is really soothing and that's not going to strip your skin at all, this has been wonderful. I mainly use this in the morning when I'm not necessarily trying to break down makeup and I just need something really gentle. And another cleanser that has been working great for me is the Holly Frog Tashme Water Lily Nourishing Milky Wash. This is similar-ish to the Velvet Cleansing Milk, but the textures are definitely a little bit different. This is a little bit more lightweight and not as like thick and nourishing feeling as this one is, and it just gets the job done and doesn't irritate my skin, which is really all I can ask for from a cleanser. Another really beautiful moisturizer that I've kind of been switching between with the liquid gold is the Grown Alchemist Hydro Repair Day Cream. I really like the ingredients in here. There's aloe, there's jojoba oil, so it's again very nourishing but also soothing and calming. I find it's really lightweight, it's not greasy, layers really nicely underneath makeup, and it just really gets the job done. I always feel like my skin just feels really good whenever I use this, and I feel like I was just like sleeping on this product. It was in my collection for a while and I just took it out randomly one day, and after a couple days of using it I was like, wait, this is really good, and it's definitely going to be a part of my skincare rotation moving forward. I really like it. So right when my eczema started to flare up, I was looking for products to help soothe it, and I wasn't really sure exactly what I should use because it had been so long since I had dealt with eczema. And honestly, I was completely influenced to buy the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. I had recently seen so many ads for this product and so many people were talking about all the different ways that they were using it, and there were a couple people who mentioned that this is a really great product, especially if you do have eczema or if you experience really intense dry patches. So I picked up a small bottle just to try it out and see how I feel about it. And this is not a product that I would put on my entire face because it is so heavy, but this has actually been really great to almost like spot treat not only my eczema but also my extreme dry patches on my skin. Every night after I do my entire skincare routine, I take the smallest amount of this and I just dot it on my eczema, on my upper lip, and also like wherever else I'm extra dry. And I feel like this is actually really effective. Told you I had a lot of skincare products to talk about. I wasn't lying. I have another one here. This is the Caudalie Vinyl Perfect Brightening Eye Cream. Really simply, this is a hydrating eye cream that does not break me out. It's super lightweight, so it doesn't create any melia underneath my eyes, and it just hydrates. I know that doesn't sound super exciting, but it is so hard for me to find an eye cream that doesn't break me out. This one has been wonderful though, and it really has been working for my skin. We have a cleansing balm here. This is the Then I Met You Living Cleansing Balm. I was also very influenced to purchase this after watching one of Whitney Simmons, I think it was one of her empties videos. In that empties video, Whitney literally pulled out 10 empty tubs of this. Somebody finishes 10 tubs of one product, then you know that they love it. And I was in the market for a new cleansing balm, so I thought the timing was just perfect. I use it every single night, and I could totally understand why Whitney loves it so much. When it comes to my cleansing butter, I'm not asking for much. All I wanted to do is to completely break down my makeup, my sunscreen, whatever I have going on my face, and to make my face feel pretty clean, nourished, and hydrated. This does it all. And I also find that you don't need to use a lot of this stuff. I put the smallest amount of this in the palm of my hands. It melts immediately, and that small amount will just melt my entire face off. That doesn't sound great, but you know what I'm trying to say. The ingredients in this are also really nice. The first ingredient is olive oil. There's also sea buckthorn and vitamin E and just a lot of really great stuff. This is also a Korean skincare brand as well. I'm really excited that I'm finally starting to discover some really great Korean skincare. I'd never really delved into the world of Korean skincare because honestly I just wasn't familiar with it. I found it a little bit intimidating and overwhelming. And now that I'm just like dipping my toe into the Korean skincare water, I am really excited to try more Korean skincare, and I would actually love to hear from you guys. If you have any great recommendations for me to try, let me know in the comments. This is actually another product that was recommended to me by my esthetician, another esthetician who does my facials, and this is called the Alastin Skincare Hydrating Pro Mineral Sunscreen. So I recently featured this in my no foundation makeup look that I posted, I think like a week or two ago, and I've pretty much worn exclusively this as my foundation every single day over the last month, because even though this is not advertised to be like a tinted moisturizer, it's simply just like a tinted sunscreen. It does have very light coverage to it. I always put 2 pumps, and this is a mineral sunscreen, so the tint really helps also in canceling out any white cast. This product does it all for me. It obviously is my SPF. It also gives me the perfect amount of everyday coverage where I don't even feel like I need to put on foundation. and it gives the most beautiful, like hydrated glow to the skin. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit lazy, I skip my moisturizer and I just go in with this because it is so hydrating on its own. I have not shut up about this concealer over the last couple of weeks. This is the Glowish Bright Light Sheer Concealer. There are a couple makeup products that I discover where immediately I realize that they're going to become staples in my collection for a very long time. And this concealer, as soon as I put it on my face, I knew pretty much immediately that this was going to be a new favorite for me because it really just hits all the boxes that I want for a light coverage concealer. I feel like getting the perfect sheer concealer is almost trickier than getting the perfect full coverage concealer because a lot of the times sheer light coverage concealers do almost nothing underneath the eyes, like so little that I feel like they're not even worth putting on in the first place. And this one is perfect because it's sheer where you can actually see your skin texture underneath, and so it doesn't look like a super heavy full coverage concealer, but there is actually coverage to it. The darkness that I have underneath my eyes were almost completely canceled out with this product, but it still maintains its lightweightness. It's not heavy at all. You still see my natural skin texture through, so it doesn't look like I'm wearing a full coverage concealer, but my under eyes just look bright. It also has such a pretty skincare-like glow, which lends beautifully to that more natural look because it just gives it a really fresh appearance. And even though it is glowy, it's not sticky. It doesn't slide around. It doesn't settle in the creases underneath my eyes. I actually don't really even find that I need to set this with powder for it to last well. I find it sets down really nicely on its own. And considering the type of glow that this has, I mean, it's not like disco ball glowy, but it's glowy where it just looks healthy. Typically anything that has a glow, I like to set down, especially if it's underneath my eyes, because I just want to make sure that it's not going to move around and settle. And I don't find that this concealer settles. This is honestly one of the best concealers that I've tried lately, and I use the shade Fairlight. Let's talk bronzer. I almost wasn't even going to mention this because I feel like I have spoken about this in every single video over the last couple of months, and it's old news at this point. I can't deny my love for this, okay? And I use this literally every single day. As you can tell, I have hit pan on this product. It is so hard for me to hit pan on products because I am constantly trying so many different things and my rotation of products are constantly rotating, but this has been in my life for the last couple of months and it hasn't left. And I didn't even say what it was. It's the Makeup by Mario Transforming Skin Enhancer. I use the shade Light Medium. I'm gonna give you the same spiel that I always give you with this product. So this is a cream bronzer that is sheer, but very, very, very buildable. And it's sheer not in the sense where it's not pigmented. It's sheer in the sense where it has translucency to it. So you're actually able to see your skin texture through it. And so because of that, it gives a very natural appearance. It doesn't look like the product is sitting on top of your skin. It really does look like it's just part of your skin. It looks like you're naturally bronzed, but it's actually buildable where you're able to get impact with it. So I use this almost every single day, either on its own as just my entire bronzer look, or I really like using it kind of as my base for the rest of my bronzer look. So I'll use this to give me an all over bronze. I'll put it on my cheekbones, on my hairline, on my temples. And then I'll go in with another bronzer that's a little bit more pigmented, a little bit more concentrated on the areas where I really want to sculpt. So lately I've been using the Skin Enhancer with the Fenty Matchsticks in the shade Mocha. And the combination of the two is really so perfect because this is so much more intense than the Makeup by Mario one. And I don't really like to use this kind of all over as that all over bronze because I find that it just doesn't really give me the exact look that I'm going for. But as my sculpting product, it works perfectly. So I'm gonna just take a brush and I like to pick it up directly from the stick. I just find I'm able to blend it a lot better this way. And then I tap it on the areas that I want to be a little bit deeper. I actually just applied way too much, but we're just gonna blend and hopefully it'll be okay. And so this just gives me a little bit more intensity on those specific areas, like right in the hollow of the cheekbone, right on the temples. So that has been the perfect bronzer combo for me lately. During my last Sephora haul, I picked up this blush from Danessa Myricks. It's the Yummy Skin in the shade Jubilee. And when I did that little haul, I told you guys that this was going to be my new favorite blush. I knew immediately. Look at this color. It is the most perfect, rusty, corally color, perfect for this time of year when you kind of want to have that nice sun-kissed vibe to your cheeks. I always put it on my cheeks very heavily, and then I put whatever's left over on my brush across my nose, which just gives the perfect I was just in the sun type of look. And then I put some leftover on my temples, on my chin. I literally put this blush everywhere. Only the leftover bit that's on my brush after I apply to the cheeks, because this type of color almost adds to like the bronziness of the look. I also feel like this type of color is very flattering with my hair color. For the eyes, as you guys know, I always like to keep things pretty simple, but I love, love, love a soft, shimmery lid. And that is something that I will wear every single day, whether it's day, night, whether I'm going to the grocery store or I'm going to like a bar. I do not care. I will put some type of shimmer on my lid. I haven't been loving anything that's too overly metallic where there's like too much pigment to it. I almost just want it to look like somebody just like blew some shimmer and it just stuck to my lid, and it's just very sparse and angelic. And this has really been helping me to achieve those diamondy sparkly eyes. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing Pop Shot in the shade Diamond Eyes. And it's essentially just like a champagne looking eyeshadow, but it is so shimmery and so sparkly. Now this can translate to be more on the metallic side if you really apply it full on, but I always like to apply it with my finger, and I don't rub my finger into the product. I just tap it into the product just to pick up a small amount. You can see it's already really intense in my finger, and I will just tap it on my lid. I won't even swipe it, because if I swipe it, I almost feel like it looks too metallic. And I always like to bring my shimmer not just on my lid, but even up above my crease, like all the way up to my brow bone. And I really, really, really hope that the camera is going to be able to pick up the beauty of this eyeshadow, because it gives the lids the most gorgeous, sparkly, glossy, glowy, gorgeous effect. I mean, look at that. And then I just like to put on some mascara, and that is how I've been wearing my eyes the most this month. So I was playing with a lot of different types of lip products this month, and frankly, I probably could have done an entire video just on my favorite lip products, and it would have been an hour long. So instead, I just wanted to share my favorite nude lip combo that I discovered this month. So I'm first gonna line my lips with the M Cosmetics Liner in Kitten. This has been one of my favorite lip liners for years at this point. Then I'm going to fill in my lips with the Nude 6 Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil in the shade Sunkissed Nude. It's a great neutral nude and matches the lip liner perfectly. And then I feel like this is the pièce de résistance. This is the Dior Lip Maximizer Hyaluronic Lip Plumper Gloss in the shade 103. It's basically just pure shimmer. This lip gloss on top of pretty much anything just brings it to life, because it's so glossy and sparkly, and it's sparkly without feeling gritty. But especially on top of a nude, this lip gloss is incredible. And I really love having a sparkly lip with a sparkly eye. Even this on its own with just a little bit of a lip liner and no lipstick, it's perfect. So that's it for all of my makeup favorites. Now let's talk about some of my hair favorites. And two of these products are from Carasilk. Carasilk is another brand that I very freshly discovered in May. And this product, called the Finishing Cream, is by far my favorite product that I've tried from the brand. It is so impressive. A lot of finishing creams that I've tried can be on like the thicker and stickier side, and they're really nice to like smooth down flyaways, add some shine to the hair, sometimes add a little bit of pieciness and texture. This is beautiful because, first of all, it has an iridescent sheen to it. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up, but when you see it in person, it literally looks iridescent. This is probably one of the most effective products that I've used to add shine to the hair. Whenever I use an oil, typically the shine will kind of just stay there for like an hour, and then my hair will kind of look as it did before I put in the oil. This really does kind of last in the hair and actually holds that shine. And the texture of this isn't super thick and sticky, so I don't find that it necessarily like weighs down my hair or makes it feel dirty. I just take a tiny little amount and I rub it through my hands, and it kind of gets a little bit oily. And then I just put it throughout the ends of my hair. Also smells amazing. And then whatever's left over, I hit it at the top of my head just to get rid of any flyaways. And as you can see, it adds such good shine to the hair. And I almost feel like it makes my hair color look even more vibrant too. And then on top of that, I've also been really enjoying the Multi-Benefit Hair Oil. Typically I would use an oil more so to add shine, but for this oil, I've been using it more to add actual hydration to my hair. So I really enjoyed using it after blow drying, just to kind of add that moisture back to the ends of my hair when they could be a little bit on the drier side. And similar to the finishing cream, it's also really lightweight, doesn't weigh my hair down, and it's just a really nice hair oil. And that is it, guys. Those are all the products that I loved in the month of May. I really hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.